See, Overcooked is fine if people like listen and follow directions and stuff. But if you have someone who's a fucking idiot playing this game and they're not doing things in the right order and they suddenly decide to start doing tickets that are new when you're not doing the old tickets, oh my God. There's so many times where I'm shouting at like them going, give me a tomato. I need to chop this up for the soup. Give me the tomato. And they're just there like, la, 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 la. Oh my God. And then like they're on the washing plate side as well. So then they don't wash the plates. And I'm like, how are we supposed to get orders out? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my
God. Welcome to We're All Just Faking It. This is episode 24. Today we are talking about games we love and why we love them. With us today we have Dana, Blaze, Steph, and myself, Braylon. So I'm really excited about this episode. I love playing video games. When did you guys start playing video games? What got you into them?
7. No.
Age 7?
Yeah, I was like 6, 7 years old. I started with a Super Nintendo. No, well, I think so. I think I started with the Super Nintendo, and I had a really, really old, like, big tube TV that I had to leave on for like 9 hours before it would actually show picture. So I would turn it on in the morning, go to school, come home. It would be on by then, and I would play like Zelda Link to the Past and Mario, and that's kind of how I started. And then I got into Pokemon at like 7.
Did someone introduce you to Pokemon, or did you like at school, or did you just like see ads for it?
No, none of that. Like my grandmother got me a Game Boy Color, and I don't know why, but for some reason that was the game that was like put into my hands. I don't know if she picked it out or if I had picked it out, because I like the dragon on the front of it, because like obviously Red has Charizard on the front.
Charizard.
I really don't remember. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Like, how did I even get turned on to Pokemon? And then it consumed me.
What about you, Dana or Blaze?
I'll go ahead. I think I don't remember what age I was, but I know for a fact, like, my brothers had consoles growing up, and then I think my first actual, like, gaming system was probably the DS.
Same.
And I know at my friend's house, though, she had a GameCube, so I did play some of the GameCube as well. And then from there, it just kind of grew into a bunch of other stuff.
I think the first like console I played on was the first PlayStation, which my mum had. I can't even remember like it just not being there at any point. And we used to play like Bust a Move and the like Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase game. And then I didn't really have anything for a while, and then I got the DS. And then I went to my friend's house and she played this game. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called The Sims, and it just like completely blew my mind.
You know what's funny? You want to know who actually got me into The Sims?
Who?
My brother, Dylan. He
got me into it
because he had it on a laptop or something like that, and he had like every single pack, and I would steal his laptop and play it.
Oh, I love that.
So my first memory of video games, this is crazy, was literally in kindergarten. And we used to have computer lab time, but when I was in kindergarten, it was like in the 90s. So we had these computer screens that were like green and black, and they were like probably only like 6 or 7 inches. Like the screen was really tiny, and we would play like Hangman and like other games like that. And that I just used to remember that being my favorite. Like I feel like I always played games at school. But then my mom got a Mac computer, like a laptop, like at some point, and that came with games on it. It had Cro-Mag Rally, which was like a caveman racing game, and then it also had this game called Bugdom, where you were like a little bug and you would run around and you like fought ants and collected coins. Me and my sister used to play those for hours, like hours. And then I got Sims 1. I think I saw an ad for that, and I was like, Mom, I want it. And she was like, okay, even though it was definitely rated not E for everyone. And I was like 8 years old. Like I remember there being like strippers and go-go cages and like the stripper cake and like the vibrating bed. Like it was wild.
The
It was
earlier games were so much more raunchy.
yes, so
Yeah,
fun. And then
definitely.
I remember going to my cousin's house when I was probably like that same age, like 10 or so, and they had an N64. And I was like, this is the coolest thing in the whole world. So I came home and my parents, we got an N64 and I played like racing games. I didn't play any of the Zeldas. I mostly played racing games and like that was it. And then I too got a DS with Nintendogs and then it was just all over from there. I had a Game Boy. Pokemon Sapphire was my first Pokemon game.
Nice.
It was great.
My uncle had an N64 and I played Gauntlet Legends with him a lot. Like a lot, a lot. Like I never played the Zelda games on the N64. Like Link to the Past was my first Zelda game until I got a GameCube. And then I got Wind Waker, and that was by far my favorite. And I was just diehard Nintendo, diehard Zelda, diehard anything big, big, big Nintendo corporation there. I don't know, like GTA was okay. My cousins had like PlayStation, so I was exposed, but video games weren't as important to anyone else in my family as they were to me. I was the only one that played them pretty constantly.
Oh, yeah, same. My sisters did not play video games like as kids. Like it was just me.
It was more casual with the cousins. Like they play for a couple
And then my
hours and put it down.
cousins.
Like, yeah, that was my entire life.
My whole family, like when we first got the Wii when it came out, but both of my parents and my brothers would play like Mario Kart with me. They'd play Nintendo Sports with me, and all of those like or Wii Sports with, and it was just so much fun.
I used to play by myself the Wii, like at home, and then like when I go to my granny's house at the weekend, my uncle had a Wii, and my cousins would come round, and then we'd all play like the Wii Sports or like Mario Kart or like I think we played Big Beach Sports or something as well, and just like have loads of fun together. It was just like good fun.
Really good family console. I don't know. The Wii had some
Nintendo's
really good
good at that.
games.
The family stuff.
Yeah, they really are.
That's why I never had PlayStation until the PS4 came out,
Same.
I want to say.
Same. I was like basically an adult when I got a PlayStation.
Yeah.
We had the first PlayStation, and then we got the second one, and then I got the third one so I could play the Book of Potions or something, that where like you had the camera, which was like, you know, like out of this world technology, because you had like this book and it would like show up on the screen with all these things on it, and like
Oh, that's so cool.
these like those handheld things with like this massive like circle on top of it to like catch the motion, which like now obviously you have like just these tiny controllers. And then obviously PlayStation 4 I got in Black Friday sale, and then I haven't got the PlayStation 5 because I got a Switch.
Yeah, Trey always grew up with PlayStations too, but I was more of like I had an N64 and then I had Game Boys. I always had personal consoles, like more so than like TV consoles.
Same.
I was TV console. Well, so like the GameCube is probably my most played console, and I was like a crazy person about it. Like I got the screen that fit on top. I got the like Super Nintendo like bit that fit on the bottom. I had the portable stuff that went with it. I took that thing everywhere. I would put it in my backpack and bring it to school and play like just like in the atrium of the high school during off periods. Like
That's
I
amazing.
had a problem.
I have to
I
ask,
had a PSP.
if you guys had the like the DS or like Game Boy and stuff, did you ever like hide it under your pillow and pretend you were sleeping, and then like when your parents left you like were back on to playing it? Because I did that
Yes.
all the time.
100%.
I never
All
did
the
that. I never
time.
felt the need.
I also had an iPod, like in like when I was like in 7th grade, I had a DS and I loved to play it. And then I had an iPod too, so I would go to bed and then I would listen to my music and I would play my DS. I'd play with Mario Kart.
Oh my god. I remember my cousins and I, because I was the first one out of my cousins to have the DS, and then they got it because they like pestered their mum for it. And I remember they like came for a sleepover at my granny's house, and we all had the like pixel chat. And like after she checked on us, and we were like, yeah, we're all asleep. And then we were like typing to each other in the like thing and like drawing and stuff to each other.
That pixel chat was so fun. I went to a
It
church
was.
camp one summer, and it was like when everybody had DSs too. And we drove from Arizona to Oklahoma on like a charter bus. It took forever, and we all had our DSs with the pixel chat. So we'd be like sitting on the bus, like everybody not close to each other, and we were all pixel chatting on the bus. Like,
I
good
never
times.
had friends with
Oh my
DS. Like it
god.
was, I never had anyone to play it with, so I don't know. DS was not a pivotal one for me. My Game Boy Advance was probably pretty pivotal. Once I
I got
got a PC, though, like a couple of years ago, I barely touch any of my consoles.
I had the Game Boy Advance SP, which was the one that flips, a little square. And that's what I played my first Pokemon game on, and I loved it. But I have like vivid memories of like I got the DS for Christmas, and I just remember like putting in Nintendogs and playing that like all day.
Oh
Like
my
I was, and
God,
the coolest thing ever
Nintendo.
was that it like had a microphone, and it would like listen to your voice, and it would like record you talking to the dog, and like I literally thought that this was like groundbreaking.
I can't even remember what I played on the DS.
I wanted Nintendogs always. I
The
got it in the
only
end, but I wanted it so bad when I first got it.
the only two games I remember like real like a lot is Nintendogs and Mario Kart.
Those were probably my two most played as well. Although I did play a lot of, I still have all my old DS games. I did play a lot of like that brain game one where it would like
Oh
test your
yeah.
brain.
Yes, I know that game.
And then there was this like little carnival game that I had that had like all these
Oh
little mini
yeah.
games. It was like Carnival DS, and like that was a cute little game I played a lot. Um, and then another game that like really shaped my gaming experience was Toontown. I played that in like
Oh.
6th grade, and remember being like, this is the sickest thing ever. Like it was 3D, you could walk around. Like my mind was blown when I played that game.
I definitely on the DS used to play Animal Crossing, World, all those like cats with a Z or like bunnies with a Z or dogs with a Z games. Um, and then also that Sims 2 game where you like go to a strange town or something and like your car breaks down and then you become like a rat supervillain, like superhero thing, and you're fighting like aliens and stuff. I like that game quite a bit. That was my favorite.
I literally cannot recall one game I played on the DS. Not one.
I played a lot of PC games too as a kid. Like I played this like alien math game that's all I remember is that it was like little aliens and the whole game was math, and like the Freddy Fish games and like all of those little games on the PC. Also, when I was really young, my older sister would play the Nancy Drew games, and I would
Oh,
sit next to her and we would like play them together, but it was just her playing. So those I like have a lot of nostalgia for those too, which you can still play. They're like all on Steam and they're all like $5. I need to try one.
oh. I
Do you
had
guys remember Zoombinis?
Say it again.
Zoombinis. It was like a math game with like the little dudes that it's on Steam. I'm gonna have to go buy it. Now I want to play
No,
it.
but do you know what it looks like? This is really funny. I used to play this game at my grandma's house that literally came free with oh my gosh, it like came with a
Oh.
cereal, and it was like Captain Crunch. And it was this Captain Crunch game you could play on the computer where you like got a little creature and you would like raise the creature and it would like level up, and like you could change its colors and stuff. That was a really fun. I used to play that at my grandma's house all the time. Also, there was like a flash game where you would like have a fish tank and you would like get different fish, and then like your fish would breed and you would name them, and then you had to feed them and you could like upgrade your aquarium and stuff.
I never remember that. Like Putt Putt Saves the Zoo, Freddy Fish.
Yes, all of
Played a
those
couple of
too.
those. Neopets. Neopets consumed a
Oh,
lot of my time.
Neopets was huge for me. That was like in the same time that I was playing Toontown. I also was playing Neopets.
I think I had a couple of I had Typer Island, which helped you with typing quickly. Jumpstart, which had these
Oh yeah.
frogs and things. What else was the other one? Oh, I had this Disney dollhouse thing that you could play online that was really cool. And then obviously the Barbie games where you could dress
The
up and
Barbie
stuff.
online games.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I remember those so much. I loved those.
And the
Those
Polly
were
Pocket one as well. I like those ones too.
I used to also play a Barbie Sleeping Beauty disc CD-ROM game where you had to save the valley from the evil witch, and you would have to get rid of all the thorns and wake up Sleeping Beauty, and then you could play as her and change her makeup and her hair and stuff.
I don't remember this. I kind
Yeah,
of
I've
vaguely
never heard
remember
of
there
that.
being a Barbie horse game growing
Oh,
up
there
on the
definitely was a
computer.
Barbie horse game as well. 100%. Yep.
That wasn't
There was
actually that bad.
there was a lot of Barbie games. A lot, I think. I played a lot of Barbie games.
I
There
guess
should
I
be
played a
more.
lot more computer games than I thought I did.
Yeah.
I was definitely heavy console though.
Once I
I
started thinking
remember,
about it, all the games I played, I was like, I've literally always been playing games.
yeah,
Mm.
always. How did you guys introduce to Animal Crossing? I ended up renting it from GameStop.
I
And
didn't
then
play until New Horizons. That was
what?
my
I
first
didn't
game.
know
Same.
that.
I didn't play until New Horizons
Yeah.
either.
I can't
I
remember.
didn't
I
know
think I
that.
just bought it from Game for the
Well,
DS.
okay, I shouldn't say that because I did have the DS Wild World. No. What was the one on
Yeah,
the
it
Is that what
was
it
wild.
was?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
so
never had it.
I had that and I played it one summer when I was 20. I booted up my DS and was like, Wild World. And I played it every day for a summer and that was it. But I didn't get very far in it. So I don't consider it I never played on GameCube, you
They
know?
also had New Leaf. What was New Leaf on?
I think it was 3DS because the Wii one was Let's Go to the City, which I had. I've never played
I
New
had
Leaf,
that one.
which I'm sad about.
Do you have a
I didn't even
3DS?
know.
No.
I was going to say,
I just
you could
completely
play
skipped
one.
it because I
I
literally
never
just
bought
got
one.
PlayStation 4.
I
I
never
tried to
My
get
got
it
the
in the store
3DS.
and it gave me
I have a
motion sickness.
3DS.
I never bought it.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
It
"Oh, you
was
can turn
kind
off
of
the 3D."
for
Yeah.
me, it was in between. I think it was just a weird time for me to buy a handheld console, and I didn't feel the need.
I was in college. And me and Trey had always played ever since Pokemon. I think it was either Black and White or X and Y, whichever one is older, came out when we were sophomores in high school. And me and Trey played it for a whole summer. And then after that, we would always buy the new Pokemon games. We'd each get one and we would play them together. So I had the 3DS all through college because every time a Pokemon game came out, I'd be like, yes.
So, do you
But I
get the
never used the
same
3D.
joy?
It drove me
Yeah,
crazy. It hurts
the
your head.
3D gave me it gave me
It's
motion
fun to
sickness.
look
That was
at for
my
a
excuse.
second, and then you're like, okay, I'm done.
I didn't get it
Yeah,
because then they brought out the 2DS and I was like, what, isn't that just the DS?
the
The
DS.
before?
2DS was the
Yeah.
one that didn't fold.
Well, it was, and then they brought out the 2DS that did fold.
Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had a
That was
it had
2DS
a
too
nice
because
slim
seems so
version.
weird.
in college at one point we wanted to play Pokemon and neither of us had DSs, so we each bought a 2DS because they were so cheap. They were $130 or something for the little. They were so weird. They didn't fold. It's the strangest console.
We had another little console like that, Nintendo. I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a micro 2DS. It wasn't called that, but it was exactly like that. What do you guys get the same or play games for the same reasons you did when you were kids?
No. I used to play
I feel
games to fill up
yes.
my time. Because as a kid, you have all this free time. And I used to just play games because I'd be by myself in my room all the time. Because I'd stay at my granny's house and stuff. Whereas now I play games as a release of stress or just to actually just chill for a bit.
I feel it's always kind of been the same for me. I like to escape to different worlds. And I think that's kind of always how I've been. And I don't know if you guys were also plagued by the like ADHD child. I constantly as a kid was like, "Mom, I'm bored. Mom, I'm bored." Like I was always telling my mom like,
Yeah.
"I'm bored. I'm bored." And she was like, "Oh my God." She would like make a list for me and I'd be like, "I don't want to do any of that." I was like plagued by boredom as a child, and I feel like I just video games are really good for like, oh, I can play this for 6 hours. And like
Yeah.
as a kid who can like hyper focus, like my mom used to have to peel me away from the computer. She would be like, "You need to eat. You've been sitting there for 5 hours." And I mean, up until I was like 17, I would literally in high school play Sims 3 and sit at my dining room table until like 5 in the morning. And my mom would be like, did you go to bed? And I'd be like, no.
I could never tell my parents that I was bored because they told me this story of one time where my brothers told them that they were bored and they put them to work.
I was gonna
So
say, they put them
I
to work.
never saying that I was bored was not in my vocabulary.
But did you
never
feel
really
it? Like you
because of
just didn't
that.
tell them? Like did you
Uh,
feel bored a lot? I don't know why I
no,
was
I
always
feel like
bored.
I always was kind of doing stuff, so I don't
I would just
remember ever being like that bored.
I just like was
Yeah.
always telling my mom, "Mom, I'm bored. I'm so bored." I like distinctly
Li-
remember that as a child.
Literally
I mean, I
all I
had
did as
2
a
older
child.
brothers, so
My older
I feel
sisters
like
had nothing to do with me. They did not want a single thing to do with me.
I would just
Fair.
go watch like Dylan play games or stuff like that.
I'd hang out with my cousins, but like I didn't have friends. I never got to go out and hang out with anyone. My mom was like a psycho as far as like control. I had to be supervised in my own backyard at the age of 13. Like, nah, we're not, nah.
So
So
no wonder you just stayed home and played games.
that's all I did. I just played video games and drew and read and did art stuff. And I mean, like, if she was going to ground me, she'd send me to my room. And of course, I'd still have all of my art supplies and all of my reading supplies. She might take away the video games, but like, joke's on you. I enjoy this. This is not a punishment. This is solitude. Thank you for leaving me the fuck alone.
yeah, I used to be in my room a lot, like playing with dolls or like reading books or whatever. Like I can imagine going, I'm bored to my granny. My granny be like, shut up. like, like there's loads of things in this house. Like, you know, like
She took offense to it. She was like, "In my house? You're bored?"
what? Like my granny was like working as well though, like still, so like she did not have time to like deal with some annoying kid being like, I'm bored. Like, no, read a book, play with your toys, like go away, go to your room. So yeah, like very early on I was just like, okay, I'm just gonna use my imagination and chill.
Do you feel like
Lots of
you do play
imagination.
games? Did everyone answer that the same as like the same reasons as a child and as an adult?
I
Yeah,
mean,
I do.
I definitely used it more as an escape as a child. Now as an adult, it's more like I'm bored.
Oh,
But it serves a different purpose. I don't know. Like now I struggle. Like I know I should probably be working on art and I should be drawing, but I'm like I would much rather play a game of Noida or I want to go play Zelda. I am so hyped for Fire Emblem. Okay, I'm sorry. I do not want to derail. Why does Nintendo send you the game a week early, make you pay for it, make you clear space on your Switch to download it, and then does not let you play it? You know how mad I was? I cleared my Friday
it's a
schedule.
pre-download.
I busted my ass to get everything done on Friday, moved the rest of it to today, spent
You thought
3
it was
hours
ready?
downloading the game, and then I'm like, "You can't
No.
play this until the 20th." Are you serious? For what purpose? For
That's the
24
game
hours?
release date.
24 hours, fine.
Oh,
24 hours, fine. It's a
well,
week.
it's you can download it as early as a week. So like you could download it 24 hours before if you wanted to. They just really want to
It's a
make sure
scam.
that you have the game ready to go.
Bad taste in my mouth, Nintendo. Fix your shit. Get your shit. Put it in a backpack. I don't know what you need to do, but get your shit together.
But the opposite is people complain when they get their game like on release day and then they spends the whole day like downloading and they can't play it.
So I say like 24 hours is acceptable, but between freaking Friday and the 20th? Bruh. That's a long time to anticipate a game that I've been anticipating for a year.
That's so funny. Did you guys ever like take a break from playing video games at any point?
Not by choice, but yeah. Several
I'd
years,
say I
many
just would
years.
like change from like whatever. Like I took a break
Same.
from playing the DS, but then I was playing on the computer. I took a break from playing on the computer games, but then I was playing on the PlayStation. So like I'm like have always had something where I can play. I mean, now I would say playing games is more like a luxury for me than it used to be as a kid. Because
Because
like
they're expensive, and you have to buy
and
them with your
also, I
own
don't have
money.
time to play
Oh,
games.
that too.
When I was a kid, I had all this fucking time, and like, I just like sat there like doing fuck all when I could just play games. And I wish I played Sims more. Now I don't enjoy The Sims. I need to like get back into The Sims again.
I
Yeah,
went
I'm in a
through a
Sims rut
period,
as
yeah.
well.
Mm.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean, same.
I haven't like sat down to play it more than for like making content in like 7 months.
Yeah, same for a year. The only time I played Sims was when I did your player state challenge, and I did enjoy it, but I was like, I don't fancy playing it as
You
a like
can't get it's
thing
like hard to
thing.
get sucked back into it, and
Mm.
but then when you are sucked into it, it's like, oh no,
I
I'm
think I
not
need
gonna
to
do
I
play
went
anything
Sims
through.
else.
3 again, and that will suck me back into it.
You
Did,
should.
did you ever go through a period of time where like you felt guilty for spending that much time playing a game when you could have
No.
been like doing other things?
No,
I'd struggle
No.
with that
never.
for
Okay,
years.
here's my thing that I have. So that feeling where you do get sucked into a game and it's like really exciting, like whether it's a new game or like you light a fire for an old game, that does not happen that often as an adult. Like, at least for me, I feel like it happened all the time as a kid, and as an adult, it's rare. So when it happens, I let myself do it and I don't feel any shame. And sometimes I might stay up like way later than usual, but I'm like, you know what? I'm super enjoying this game right now, and that doesn't happen that often, so I'm just gonna keep going.
Like when you
I like
guys were
that.
playing New World like every night and you were staying up late.
Yes, exactly. Like we were having so much fun. That doesn't happen that often, so like let's soak it up.
The thing is, if I'm busy and I've got loads of things to do, I won't be playing games. So that when I do have free time to play games, I'm not going to feel guilty about it because I'm like, I've done all the work, like, and I've been doing it. So why not allow myself this time now that I've got a brief moment where I can have a break and play some games.
Do you still bring your Switch with you to work?
I used to, but now I'm doing uni work in my lunch break, so
Fair.
all the work.
Work.
But yeah, I was
I know
playing
that
Pokemon.
during college I definitely played, well, it was kind of on and off. Like sometimes I would play a bunch and have like a lot of free time. Sometimes I didn't have a lot of free time because I was doing schoolwork. So it's all balance.
Same for me. I definitely was not playing games as much during college. Until like the last 2 years, I started playing Sims again, and I played No Man's Sky. I played a ton of Overwatch when it first came out, and I was playing a lot of Splatoon 1 in college too. But not till like my junior and senior year.
I think
I
the main game
still,
I stuck with was Zelda.
Hmm.
I
are
think
you
I pretty much
excited for the
played.
new one?
I am fucking losing my mind for the new one, but I know at my ripe age of 31 and $60 plus tax later, I don't know how happy I'm gonna be. We'll
Really?
see. We'll see. We'll
I
see.
think you're gonna
I
be
just
blown away.
I don't like stomaching that every Nintendo game I purchase is $60 and there is
Yeah.
no option to refund if you don't like it or don't play
You
it.
can resell
And
it.
it's just what?
Not if it's
Oh,
not
I
You
if
can
don't
it's
buy
resell
the
them.
physical.
digital one.
Like you can just put on Craigslist or something.
I
People
don't buy
usually buy them.
physical.
Oh. I always buy physical games. I'm a physical game gal. Because my Switch doesn't hold that much.
Hmm.
Yeah, I need to get an SD card. I had to delete Sword to open for now Fire Emblem. I am losing my mind. So that was like the main game that I played other than Zelda growing up was Fire Emblem. So I
Oh, I
don't
never
know
played
if you
that
guys
either.
never played it. So it's a fantasy tactical role-playing game. It is a Nintendo specific game. You basically play chess in a sense, but with characters like Wyvern Riders and Pegasus Knights and Paladins and Mages, and every character has a unique backstory. There's a lot of effort that has to go into recruiting certain characters. There is permadeath in the game, so if you die, you can't play that character anymore. It is amazing. Really good brain food. 10 out of 10. Recommend. That one I don't think I'm going to be upset paying $60 for, but Three Houses was kind of a bummer because I didn't read anything that they were like telling me to do. So I abandoned the game for 2 years and then came back to it and then ended up really loving it.
I'm kind of curious what everyone's first Pokemon game was.
Fire Red. Or not
Mine was
Fire Red, I'm
Sapphire.
sorry. Just the normal red. Normal red.
Mine was Shield.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. That's so early. Like, not early. you
Late.
know. Yeah. That's
What
the
is your
opposite of
favorite
early.
Pokemon game?
Mine was Heart Gold.
Mine's Fire Red. Like the remake of Red and Blue was like the best Pokemon game they've come out with today. Yeah.
My favorite,
Maybe the new one.
I loved Black and White and X and Y. Those were so good to me. Like, I loved them.
I also had Pokemon Mystery Dungeon as well, but I can't remember whether that was the first one or if Heart Gold was the first one between those two.
Did you watch the Pokemon animes?
No.
Yes.
I did not either.
Die Hard
I
for
didn't.
years.
I
Die
did
Hard
have
for
Pokemon
years.
cards though, and I had like Pokemon
Yeah.
figurines because I loved them.
Yes.
I had the cards, but I don't think I honestly at that age wouldn't have known where to find the Pokemon anime in the UK. It wasn't
True.
like on
The television.
large channels.
Oh,
It might have
that's
been on like
interesting.
Sky, but we didn't
What-
have Sky.
What other games are you guys looking forward to that are coming out this year?
I'm looking forward to. There's a new one called The Repair House, which is kind of like
House Flipper?
the house flipper, but also like you're repairing stuff. So like kind of like Assemble with Care, but you're kind of like repairing like a gaming like machine or like
Oh, that sounds fun.
something else. So I think that would be nice because I quite like those types of games.
I'm honestly really looking forward to like all the updates and stuff for Disney Dreamlight.
Ooh,
Like,
yeah.
I just want more content. Do you see how many realm doors there are when you go into the castle? There's
Yeah.
like
So many.
there's like 50.
And that pumpkin, what's going on with the pumpkin like house?
Oh, I haven't seen that. I don't know.
Oh, in the last biome, the
Oh, yes, I don't have that yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh.
I don't have it either.
Oh my god, you guys aren't very sorry.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert! That's fine.
Sorry guys, never mind. Nothing happened.
That'll
I
be
didn't realize
exciting
you
though.
went very far in.
Stuff like that I'm excited for. I'm also really looking forward to the new Sims content that's coming out this year.
Ooh. Yeah. I haven't
I'm
bought a Sims
hoping-
pack for ages though. Like I haven't bought it for at least last year I didn't buy any. So I'm
Ooh,
looking
High
forward to
School
something
was
that'll be
a
nice.
great pack.
That was a great pack. I'm hoping that the new updates will get me back into Sims.
Yeah, I was
Same.
gonna get the high school one, but because I hadn't played it all
Same.
last year, I was like, I don't know if I should be buying a game pack. Like,
Yeah, I feel that.
It's
I
a
felt that way
really
too.
good pack to get.
but not if you're
Also-
not gonna play the game.
Yeah, the werewolves one was really fun.
Oh,
Yeah.
too. Actually, that looked really good too.
Like, I'm not even that big of like a supernatural like fan.
Me either,
but
and I
I
loved
am.
it.
I
That was
am.
so fun.
the
I like-
Sims 3 Supernatural pack, I fucking loved it. It was amazing. And
That was
so
such
I
a
love
good
it.
pack. Oh
Such
my
a good
god.
pack. When are we getting
Mhm.
fairies? Come on, guys.
I want fairies.
Fairies so bad.
Same.
That would be super fun.
I don't think I ever answered what games I'm looking forward to, but I'm definitely looking forward to the new Horizon game that I didn't even know about, and of course, Tears of the Kingdom as well. is gonna be
Mhm.
super awesome, and I'm definitely
Yeah.
gonna get it.
I'm
Oh,
also
100%
looking
giving
forward.
Nintendo that sweet, sweet $60. I'm gonna complain about it, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
am also looking forward to The Wolf Among Us 2, the Telltale game, because I really enjoyed the first one.
Nice.
I think Coral Island is also supposed to be finished this year. I mean, I already have it, but I think the full like release is this year.
Oh, that would be great.
When does Haunted Chocolatier come out? I'm tired of
Mm.
waiting.
The website hasn't been updated for a while, so I'm feeling like it's going to be a while.
I hope the dev is doing well, and if you need help, please ask. Just let me know.
The last update was 2021, so bless them. I think they've been focusing on the mobile game, because they've been trying to update that by the end of last year. So
Makes sense. Do you guys feel like games like help you with your mental health or well-being?
Absolutely.
And how so?
Absolutely. So it's like have you guys have heard of EDMR, right? I'm pretty sure you're the ones that told me about it. So
Can you
EDMR
refresh my memory?
Yeah, no. So EDMR is a form of therapy that consists of using a single focal point and like a ping pong ball in front of your eyes. And you're supposed to think through your problem as your eyes follow the ping pong ball. And I guess the idea behind it is it frees up all of the other garbage in your brain and actually allows you to work through the problem. So, Tetris, for example, my therapist was telling me, like, if you don't want to watch an EDMR video, just go play Tetris and think about the problem that you're having, and you will work through it. Like, there
Tetris is
is
great for like all kinds of brain like issues, like PTSD and stuff. It's like really helpful.
So it's like I really like roguelike games. Discovered them about 2 years ago. Absolutely obsessed. I play Noita like it's going out of style. Which is it's just a magical action roguelike, but like it's strategy in a sense, and it helps your brain work through it. So this
Do,
is my think time. This is
do
like my
you play
meditation time is playing games.
Binding of Isaac?
You know, everyone keeps recommending it. I have it on my wish list. I just never pulled the trigger because I have 18 other games that I bought and have not touched, and like Hades and Binding of
Yeah.
Isaac, all of those. That's my think time. Like I don't really play games on stream except for Noita, and even then, it's very short stints. I don't know. I like to veg. I like to get extra baked and just like work through all the stuff that's going on in my brain. Like I can't work when I'm playing video games because I have to focus on the video game.
Yeah, true. I personally play video games mostly to get out my creative energy. That's why I mostly play games like Sims, Animal Crossing, Stardew, Disney Dreamlight, stuff where I can create worlds or modify the world, or those are my favorite because I think I'm an artist by nature, but I don't necessarily always want to like make art. So that's another way to like get your creative energy out in a fun way for me.
I personally I like the games where you get tasks done and stuff. It makes me feel like I'm just accomplishing something at the same time as being able to chill, like in a nice way, like the tasks in Dreamlight Valley or like Animal Crossing or like when you're doing like Power Simulator and things. It's just nice being able to like it's just I feel really like satisfied because in real life I've got like a million tasks and I'm like ignoring like half of them. Whereas like there's only a few tasks and I can get them done and I just feel like, oh, this is so nice. This is so nice.
I'm trying to think. I think I play games either to like escape reality or to pretty much like you guys might not know this or you might, but I am a very easily stressed out person. And
Same.
games are like the one thing that just lets me chill and relax and not be stressed out.
I never pegged you for a high strung person, Blaze.
No, I
Me
am
either.
very. I am completely.
You mask very well. Jesus. I thought you were the
Yeah,
chillest
you
one
can
here.
ask my parents, and my
I'm
parents would tell you I am constantly stressed out.
Maybe you're stressed, but you have good ways to manage it. Like it doesn't seem like
Yeah.
like you let it leach into your whole life.
Yeah, I definitely manage it well. Sometimes.
I feel like if I said I'm a stressed person, it wouldn't be a surprise to literally anyone who knows me.
Uh,
I'm like 24/7 stressed.
do you
I think
guys, how do you feel about puzzle games?
Love them.
depends. Some of them I really enjoy, but like, what is it like? Witness? Is that the one where you go to that
Yes.
island? Oh my god, I like really enjoyed it at first, and then I got so confused with all the different rules that I was just like googling how to like get through
Yes.
because I did not enjoy that, but I do enjoy like most puzzle games. To be fair,
I'm not a puzzle fan, which is why I haven't played Zelda, and I won't play it.
Okay, Zelda's a little bit different though, because
Yeah,
I
but the
also hate
shrines.
puzzle games. I hate puzzle games, but the shrines, I'll just look them up.
Yeah, that's what Trey
It's just
did
the
when he
water
played. I would
temple.
look them up. My sister got so mad at me because she was like, "That's the whole point of the game, is to do the puzzles." And I was
No, I
like,
hate the puzzles. So I look up the puzzle part of the game and I just play it.
Water Temple's the only one that fucks me up. Everything else is it's not true. Link to the Past is really hard. That was really hard. I don't know if I ever beat Link to the Past. I'm not actually good at games at all. Not even a little bit.
I am
I
good
don't
at
pretend to
games.
be.
I have a bad habit of starting games and never finishing them.
I really struggled with like the Super Mario games on the DS. Like I could not finish them. I could not get like very far at all on them.
Yeah, I played Mario Odyssey with the kid mode on so that it would like show you where to go and what to do next.
Oh,
I
nice.
want to play Mario Odyssey. I never got to play that one. Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga is by far my favorite Mario game. I've actually been looking for a way to replay that on my computer. I want to play that
Yeah,
again.
I had the one where they were inside Bowser.
I don't know that one. They
Yeah,
were
we
inside Bowser. We all just
Yeah.
tilted our heads and didn't say anything.
I think it's called Bowser's Inside Story. Yeah, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. So you like he like eats you or something, and then like you're inside Bowser, but then at the same time you play as Bowser a little bit as well. It was
I
weird.
want to go look that up now.
It was
That
really
sounds actually really
cool.
fun. Has anyone played Little Big Planet?
Yeah.
That's so fun. I like it.
Loved that game. They discontinued it. They decided not to do
Oh.
a remake, and it was a PlayStation exclusive, which was also actual bullshit. I want to find another game that's like that, and I think the Mario level builder is probably the closest thing I'll ever find.
Mm. Did you guys play the Princess Peach game? Where you like trying to think of what it was called. Super Princess Peach, where you play as like Princess Peach and you've got to save Mario.
No, I haven't. I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah, and she's got like 4 different emotions. Like one of them's crying and like she'll run with like tears and stuff, and then one of them is like rage and she goes on fire and stuff, and she can fly because of her like umbrella and stuff. It's kind of cool.
I love
always
that.
played Peach in Super Mario 3.
All of those sound so fun. I personally also love playing multiplayer games. Just like playing games with friends is a blast.
What's your favorite
I agree.
multiplayer game?
Probably honestly, Fall Guys, because it's just like so fun and chaotic and you like always have a good laugh with people. Also Among Us.
Oh yeah.
Massive win. I love Among Us. It's so fun.
We need to play
And then
Muga soon.
games like New World and stuff like that, RuneScape.
I
The
like
Toontown's
Jackbox.
multiplayer too. Jackbox.
V Rising
Yeah, that
was a
was
lot of
good.
fun.
I
Overwatch?
never played V Rising.
Me
It
either.
is
I haven't.
fantastic, to be honest with you. If you guys want to play V Rising with me, I would not say no. I tried to play with Rona, and this is not talking shit about my husband. This is just the way of the world. He played with his friends, and then he never played with me again because he burned himself out on the game. And I will not play it alone because I am not strong enough to play it alone. So I never actually got to play the game ever again after I got addicted to it. So that's pretty cool.
I will
That's a
say a
classic.
multiplayer game not to play with anyone that you actually like is Overcooked.
Oh, I
That's
Oh
love
my god.
Overcooked.
fucking
That will
hate.
test your
Oh my
friendships.
It
god, it
really
was
does.
horrible.
When
Yeah.
I went to my best friend's house like a few months ago, we we were drinking and playing Overcooked.
Oh no.
And
Don't
it
do
was
it to
so
yourself.
funny because we were failing so much.
When we play that, we end up like a whole like somebody's the director and like is telling everyone what to do, and we end up with like a whole ass like well-oiled machine where we're like shouting at each other but also like telling each other what to do, and it just like somehow works. But then you get to a certain point, like I remember we had to stop because it was like you had to like throw food like through a portal or something, and then it would pop out on the other side, and we were like, okay, this is too much. This
We
is too
struggled with that
much.
one too. That one is so hard.
See, Overcooked is fine if people like listen and follow directions and stuff. But if you have someone who's a fucking idiot playing this game and they're not doing things in the right order and they suddenly decide to start doing tickets that are new when you're not doing the old tickets, oh my god. There's so many times where I'm shouting at like them going, give me a tomato. I need to chop this up for the soup. Give me the tomato. And they're just there like la 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 la. Oh my god. And then like they're on the washing plate side as well. So then they don't wash the plates. And I'm like, how are we supposed to get orders out? Like, what the fuck are you doing? Oh my
You've
god.
I'm
never
gonna be
worked in
real,
food service
Dana.
before.
That game
Get your
sounds
shit
like the worst
together.
game for you because you have to direct other people and rely on them. So
I
it
can't
just sounds
rely
like a
on
horrible
the
game
people
for
I
you.
play this game with. I can't rely on them. People are too stupid to play this game. I can't deal with them. It's not good. It's not good. Not that, you know,
Not good.
a game will stress me out that much. So
It's a
honestly,
very
that is
intense
the
game.
only game I've raged at.
Do you know what's like a better do you know what's like a better version kind of that if you want like a really team-based game? It Takes Two.
It Takes Two is so fun. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and I'm not saying that lightly.
It's so
Really?
good. I loved
It's
it.
only
It's a
two-player
it's such
though,
a good
right?
couch co-op. Yeah, like it's if you play it with your partner, I think
If
it's
We
you
got
fun.
it.
like It
We played.
Takes Two, you should play A Way Out, and it's so good as well.
We almost did that one. Verona found a game recently that we could play together because, like, I get motion sickness. It's a me problem, so I can't really play anything with swoopy guns. God, I miss playing first-person shooters. It's called Nobody Saves the World, and it's a really cool like top-down co-op game. Like, you guys should look at it. It's really really cool. That's what we've been playing together.
I
I
like the
love
Lego
couch.
games.
Oh, those are good too.
Like when you play them, but you have to have someone in person unless you kind of do that thing where you share play. But I kind of like that. It's kind of nice and chill, and you get to like destroy everything. I love Lego games because you can just like destroy everything and you get coins, and I love destroying everything, like just beating the shit out of things and getting money out of it. And I'm like, I love this. If I could just destroy everything everywhere, this would be amazing. But you know, not in real life, obviously.
I love couch co-op games, and there's like not that many of them anymore. I feel like Borderlands is a super fun couch co-op game. That's like the best. Same with the Lego games are good too.
Mm. I think the Lego Star Wars what was it, Skywalker Saga is on the Xbox Game Pass as well, so I'm tempted to like try that soon.
I vote yes. That sounds
Yeah,
fun.
it looks really good.
Do you guys think that you will always play video games?
Yeah.
Yes, probably. I mean, I think video games will evolve though in our lifetime. to be more than sitting in front of a screen. Like I know I'm gonna get flack for it, but like I don't know if you've ever seen Sword Art Online. That is the experience I want in a video game. Let
Yeah,
me lay down in
same.
the bed, put a headset on, and just like
I tell my
enjoy
sister
my
that, and
life.
she's like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "I just want to be hooked up to an IV in a bed with my Neuralink, like
That's
living in a
it.
video game world, like playing
Yes.
Animal Crossing, and I'm like actually chopping trees and like moving furniture around and stuff."
It's not
I'm gonna
that
That
be
far
is
real.
out of
That
the
sounds
realm of
like a lot. Go ahead, Dana.
I was just saying it's not out of the realm of possibilities. You've already got like
Exactly.
VR, you've got it where you're like holding the little things and like I think it could happen. I mean, not like in the next 5 years, but the way that technology has evolved since I was like a kid to now has been so great that I think it could happen.
Yeah, it's been kind of ridiculous, hasn't it?
Yeah. Even just looking at phones, the way that like phones have changed from when I was at school to now is like ridiculous. Like you couldn't press the internet button because it would cost you loads of money. Now there's Wi-Fi everywhere you go.
It's necessary.
Absolutely.
It's a basic human
Yeah.
bill. Like it's a utility that is a necessity in this day and age. Crazy.
What were you gonna say, Blaze?
I don't know now because we
Oh,
like
no.
went around for a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
well,
were talking about like hooking ourselves up to IVs and laying in bed and playing video
I
games. You
just
said this sounds like a lot.
it sounds like a lot of work, like actual work, because you'd have to move. You can't just like literally lay there.
Yeah.
Why would I have to move? Just let me live in my fantasy world.
You'll
Keep my
get
body like I
you'll
just need a
get
brain.
bed sores.
Put the
Yeah,
brain
but
in a
then
jar and be
like
done with it.
have you seen Don't Worry Darling, or at least like TikToks of it, where the like guy literally moves her like so that she doesn't get bed sores? Maybe you could like hire someone while you're playing the game to like move you a bit so that you don't like get bed sores.
We all just have like live-in nurses who are
Yeah.
checking on us in our hospital bedrooms.
Or like
I mean, by
when
then
Trey
you'll
has
have
a
like a
break, he
AI
can move
skeleton.
you, and when you have a break, you can move him.
I think about like the fact that we could be really old and we could just be like, "All right, hook me up." Like I'm 90 years old and I'm just going into my virtual world, like Ready Player One.
I feel like that's what human immortality is. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be virtual immortality.
Figure out a way to upload our consciousness.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'll still be like, I'm gonna get my DS out randomly, or hey, anyone want to play the Switch? You remember that? Like,
I think so too. Like I feel like I literally if Nintendo is still around when I'm 70 and they have a little handheld console, like I'm gonna be playing it. Like screw knitting and sewing, I'm gonna be sitting there with my little Switch 75 version, just playing Animal
I think I will
Crossing
still have my
52.
old one though, like as well. I think I'll just be like, hey kids, do you want to see a relic? Here's a Switch.
It's gonna be like VHS tapes.
Yeah.
I just like
You
my
actually
physical like items. Like I like having something tangible.
I'm kind of the same
Yeah.
way.
I'll be sad if they stop doing physical games for sure.
I don't know if they can legally, at least not in the next like couple decades, stop doing physical games because there's a lot of shady shit going on with devs. They are deleting content from like your profiles that you purchased years ago because they no longer support it.
Oh shit.
It's crazy.
Or like how they'll just like stop online support for games. Like you can't play Splatoon 1 anymore online.
Which is bullshit. You bought it. They should support it. They should figure out a way to turn it like emulators and ROMs should be legal, period. If you bought the game, you should be able to play it on whatever console in whatever way you want to.
I do agree, but it sucks that it's like with online games they have to like have servers up that support
Yeah, you
those
have to have
games.
servers,
So
and
they
it's a
have to
lot of
pay.
money.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's an
Although,
unfortunate
Well,
reality.
with emulators and ROMs, not necessarily, right? Just to host it, I guess.
Just to play, if you want to play online, someone has to host a server that those games happen on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
these like newer games are like solely held on servers, which is
Yeah.
why they're shutting them down. Is because it doesn't make sense for a company to keep paying for it.
So are we saying that's going to happen at some point when we upload our consciousness into the online world? Then 75 years later, they're going to be like, oh, we're shutting down the server because
Yeah.
What
there's
happens if
not
they
enough
shut
Get
down the
paid.
people on
server
it.
and you're in it?
Yeah, you're
That's like,
gone.
Added support.
what happened
You
to
have to damage
Grandma?
pay
Oh,
more.
she was in the server when they closed it.
We didn't migrate her in time, so we lost
Yeah.
her forever.
We forgot to
I
save
saw
a
the
backup.
greatest meme. I saw the greatest meme ever. It's like in the cloud, it's still someone else's computer.
Uh,
Oh god.
well, thank you guys so much for listening in today. We hope you found some value in today's episode. Join us on Discord to access resources mentioned in each episode and find your people. Follow us on social media and tune in to our next episode. Help, I'm an adult and I have no hobbies. Bye, everyone.
Hey.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.